Hi, my name is Tori Ottenbacher, and today I'm going to be going over dissociative identity disorder. So, the purpose of my speech is to inform and educate people about dissociative identity disorder, but we're gonna start calling it DID because I'm going to be saying that word a lot. DID is a very rare mental health condition that affects people's everyday life. DID can be identified as a disorder that requires one to having multiple distinct personalities. And the best way that I could compare DID to give you guys sort of a visual is the movie Split. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that movie, but if you haven't, it's a really good movie and you should watch it. Now I'm going to break down educating DID by sharing what it's like to have it, the causes of it, as well as the treatment. To start off, I would like to begin by explaining what it's like for a person to have DID. A person who has DID has alternative identities or alter that have their own distinct behaviors, have memories that are distinct from others, and even may differ in language and expressions used. The DSM-5 is like a dictionary for mental health illnesses and conditions. And as for DID, it states that you must have at least 2 or more distinct personalities. Each personality varies in behavior, sense of consciousness, memory, and perception of the outside world. These symptoms must cause a notable lack of functioning in day-to-day life. From a journal article written by Paroma Mitra regarding DID, we can find her stating of note, DID has been observed and described in several countries and associated with terms such as outer world possession and possession by demons. Several case reports have been described with those terms, however, trauma and its association came with DID much later. We can manage the severity of symptoms of this disorder by trauma-focused cognitive behavioral therapy and dialectical behavioral therapy, hypnosis, eye movement, desensitization, and reprocessing, as well as psychopharmacology to help reduce certain symptoms. Now that I have explained what it's like for a person to have DID and the management, I will explain how one can acquire this disorder. DID can be caused by severe childhood trauma and abuse. This can include trauma emotionally, physically, and sexually. When people experience a severe trauma in their childhood life, they tend to learn how to dissociate, which helps them learn how to distort reality into a fantasy so they can go into like a safe space. As they grow older, their dissociation is turned into a disorder that they cannot control. From Paroma Mitra's article, she explains what a psychologist by the name of Kluft concluded about the etiology of DID. The theory describes predisposing factors for dissociation, which can include the ability to dissociate, overwhelming traumatic experiences that distort reality, creation of alters with specific names and identities, and the lack of external stability, which leads to the child self-soothing to tolerate these stressors. These 4 factors must be present for DID to develop. To go over my last point, it's important to know what contributes to disorders such as DID so we can educate people on this disorder. I shared with how and what dissociative disorder is and what it's like to live with DID, causes and management for this disorder. All these points can be tied together by the fact that they are all related to inform others of DID. This disorder affects people every day, so as it's important for us to be informed of this information, it's extremely important for the patient to also be informed of this information so that they know about their disorder and know ways to help manage their symptoms. DID isn't talked about enough, and it's extremely important to understand someone's condition before we jump to conclusions and try to assume what someone is going through and what they're living to on a day-to-day basis. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching.